No need to go for two.
We got plenty of time. Beautiful drive by the Patriots. Let's see what we do here. It looks like we're
going to kick it tied up. We need just 1 point. Don't know what's going to happen the next 11 minutes.
Looks
we
like
can take the lead on this.
I guess they're going to go for two, yeah. They're going to give it to, I don't know who that is, and we're pushing and driving and twisting. Did he get in? They're still low. They say it did not get in. And that makes it, we come back down the field, your score, Wilcox County Patriots 15, Tryon Bulldogs 15.
Tried that a while ago. Tried that play a while ago and it didn't work. Tried it again. They stopped us.
Looks like Isaiah's
ball game.
Gipping off the field a little bit. I hope he's going to be okay. Because we need him. All right, Coach. We got 9:59 to go in the ball game.
We got a exciting ball game, that's for sure.
We got to find a way to stop.
Nothing dull about this game.
No, sir. We got to find a way to stop number 26.
Yeah, we talked about mistakes. It'd be nice for us to capitalize on one in this quarter.
Abe Stowe's teeing it up. Here we go. Little squib kick. And he just falls on it.
30-yard line, not bad. They're on 30.
And we got to bottle up number 26 and number 4. Because they keep number 4 hurt us when they got down there deep. 9:50 to go in the football game. 15 all.
All right, we're back on defense. We're 9:58 to go in this contest. Tie score.
Number 26 is back in the backfield. We got to find a way to stop him. And they're going to let him. He's still driving.
He dips.
And we got a fumble, but they fall on it. He just
that looked like it might have been a fumble.
Yep.
That was the one I'm talking about. Didn't get it.
Nope. But he got about, 8 yards, Coach?
9.
He's 2nd and 1 with 9:35, 9:34 to go in the football game. And we're all tied here, and Tryon's got the football. Defense has got to find a way. And he's got the first down.
We offside. Number 50 jumped too quick, trying to anticipate the snap count.
Flag. A little late.
But he waited a little after the fact. But a flag is a flag. So it'll be 5 yards against the Patriots. Automatic first down. 9:21 to go in the football game.
Moves the ball out to the 45-yard line. Let's try on 45-yard line.
We got to find a way to corral Mr. Brown. And he's going to get it again, and he's going to get about 5 more yards.
Pick up of about 4 on that play.
Well, they give him 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 with 8:53 to go. Coach, he's just going right up the middle.
They know what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Line tight, splits, and they're firing ahead. Tiptoes and waits for a little crease, darts in it.
Yep.
3rd down now, 3.
With 8:27 to go in the football game. They're going to eat that clock if they keep getting 3 or 4 yards a pop. We need our defense to hunker down. We need a stop right here. Need a stop. And they're going to give it on the Wildcat and first down.
Yep, moving the chains.
And the clock keeps running.
44-yard line.
7:52 to go in the football game. We're all tied up and Tryon's driving. He's just giving it to him and letting him go. He's getting 4 or 5 yards a carry.
They held him to 3, 2nd and 7, 40-yard line of Wilcox. Lions got the ball.
7:26 to go in the game, and they're not getting in no hurry. We could sure use a fumble here. They got him. They got him. Great defensive play.
That was number 4 again, trying the same play that broke loose a while ago.
Great.
Try to trick us and go wide left with 4 instead of giving it to Brown. So now it's 3rd
and 10. Yep, with 6:44. This is a big stop we need right here. We need another big stop to get this football back. They're trying to draw us off sides. Play clock's running down. And he's going to try. I think it was no good.
He called it a catch.
Yep.
Or no, incomplete.
Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 10. Great defensive play by our Patriots. With 6:17 to go. Coach, this game is built up to everything we thought it'd be.
Oh, so far it's some contest.
It is. Beautiful punt. He calls for the fair catch, and they got us back on the
about 10-yard line.
Yep.
Well, we got to stop, but we 88 yards away from the end zone, but a lot of time left. See what's going to happen.
Yep.
The second round of these playoffs. Got a tie ball game, everybody.
All right, we need to drive the football. There goes Day. He keeps.
Might have got 5.
Yeah, he keeps his feet. We need a long, sustained drive right here.
Wasn't hurt, killed clock.
Oh yeah. Win it with no time left and go to the house.
6-yard carry that time.
Well, they give him 6, Coach. 2nd and 4. 5:48, 5:47. Y'all listening at the house, get up and grab your lucky horseshoe. Oh. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. It'll
3rd
be
and 4.
Yep, 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots. And we got the ball at our own 18-yard line. With 5:34 to go. Big play right here.
We need to keep the ball.
Yep, we need a first down. Need a first down. Day-Day's in the backfield with Abe. Abe claps his hands. He's looking, and they're going to sack him. With 5:24 to go in the football game, it's 4th and 4. The ball is on the Patriots' 9-yard line. And we're all tied up at 15 apiece. He's going to have to punt from his end zone.
Well, they're going to get good field position about our 37.
37-yard line, 1st and 10 try on with 4:47 to go in the football game.
They were playing field position on that last punt. They punted us deep, and we had 2 incomplete passes and a 5-yard carry by Day, but we had to punt it back. Now we got to play defense again.
Yep. All right, we got to make a defensive stand right here with 4:47.
I think we're going to get Mr. Brown.
Yep, a big dose of him.
There
he goes. That big number 50 slung him down. Cassidy Deans.
Javion made a tremendous play.
Great play, Coach. Wow.
3-yard loss. That's what we're going to have penetration.
Yep. 4:36, 4:34 to go in the football game.
Comes 4 in the game again, so look for something.
Yeah, we're going to get a dose of him. Well, they got 4 and 26 in there. Defense, we need you to hunker down. Hunker down, defense. He's looking. He's got a man open. Overthrowed him. Woo.
Grace got beat, but fortunate for us, they threw the ball long.
Yep. 3rd down and 12. Woo. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the football game, and we got a good one here. All right, defense. We need to hunker down.
So we're going to have a timeout on the field to
try on.
One timeout remaining. We'll talk that too. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left in regulation play. Score 15-15.
Go by and thank all these sponsors that sponsored this football game tonight, because if it were not for them, we would not be on the air. That's Shady Pies. Willingham Insurance Agency in Rochelle, Georgia. Ryan Discount Drugs in Ryan and Abbeville. Discount Drugs in Abbeville. Griffin Lumber Company located in Cordele, Georgia. Go back and see Trinity. And Snipes Piggly Wiggly in Rochelle, Georgia. And Glen Eagle Healthcare and Rehab in Abbeville, Georgia. Go by and thank all these sponsors. All right, we need a big stop here. Need to get him. We need to get him. We got him. We got him, Coach. Number 17. Trey Coley sacked the quarterback for about a 10, 15-yard loss. We needed that play.
That was a big play. It wasn't hurt to get him.
Wow, what a play.
Big play, get some field position.
4th down and about as far as from here to my house for a 1st down.
I'd say about 25.
3 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the football game, and we're going to get another crack at it. Tied at 15. Oh, it's going to roll out. Wow. Wow. At the 7-yard line with 3:14. Yeah, he put the foot in it. with 3:14
we
to
let it
go.
bounce and roll. That's,
So Wilcox Patriots had the ball. Patriot fans, 1st and 10 at our own 7-yard line. We got to have a drive. We need a big play here to get us out of this hole. We're on the 7-yard line. We have 2 timeouts left. Tryon has only 1. And we're tied 15 apiece. And here we go. Want to give it to Day Day. Day Day trying to find a hole. But
Day Lawson on the kid.
with 3:03, 3:02, 3 minutes exactly left to go in this football game regulation, that is.
where'd time go? I didn't realize it was that.
It is. It just.
Slack.
Yeah. 2:48, 2:47. 2nd down and 8 for the Patriots on their own 9-yard line. Here we go. Abe's got the ball. He's going to do a little. Oh, Day-Day's driving a big run. All the way out to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 Patriots with 2:27 left, Coach.
Brings the ball out to about the 25-yard line. 1st down Patriots.
What we need is to score with little time left. But we got a long way to go.
Yeah, we
got
have
75 yards to go. Gonna have a big play or two.
2:16, 2:15. Abe's got the ball. He's looking. He's got a man out there.
Got it caught for
He
a
caught
first
it.
down.
Good play. Great play. 2 minutes and. Well, the clock should stop with the 1st down. But it kept running. They need to put some more time on the clock. It's still running. Oh.
Got to throw it now.
Yep. Wow. Day Lawson got caught in the backfield.
Number 4, who was a good ball player.
Yep.
He plays on offense and defense.
With 1:38, 37.
Lawson a couple on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Got 2 trains of thought. Try to air it out and score.
Yeah. We
Play for overtime.
125, 124, 122, 120. He's looking. They're flushing him out. And they'll make it. And the clock is still running. I thought he got out of bounds.
Flag on the field.
Let's check a flag. Holding against Wilcox.
We need to play for overtime now.
Yeah,
We're backed up.
Yeah, I would just.
It'll be further. There we kick it. Well, it looks like best we can do is keep the ball and kill that minute and 4 seconds and try our hand at an overtime ball game.
1:04 to go in regulation. We're all tied up at 15 apiece. We're at 2nd and 20. Abe's got the ball. They're flushing him out, and he's just going to have to, I think. Wow, Abe took a hard shot there.
Abe still keeps the ball, runs out of bounds.
And no flag. So we're 3rd and 20 with 50 seconds.
Third and forever.
Yeah. They say 3rd and 17. Ball's on the 30-yard line with 50.7 seconds.
3rd down and 17. Under a minute left in regulation play. It's round 2 Class A GHSA playoffs.
We're down. The 25-second clock is winding down. We're gonna spin. He got it off, and Day-Day's going nowhere. And Tryon's going to use their last time out to stop the clock. which they do, with 44 seconds.
About the 30-yard line.
And we're 4th and 17 at our 30-yard line.
We just need to make sure we get this
We need to get a good put on, Coach. You're right.
covered. Don't miss tackles. See if we can send this game into overtime.
This has been a defensive battle for sure.
Pretty much. 30 points scored, but been a lot of good head knocking out
They
there.
have. It's been a slobber knocker.
Still fourth quarter in the McIntosh Manchester game. It's McIntosh County Academy 7, Manchester 0.
We need a good snap, a good punt, and good coverage.
We need to cover it. And the ball on the 40-yard line. And that's where Tron will take over with 39 seconds.
60 yards away.
Yeah, we got 39 seconds to hold Mr. Brown in the backfield.
1 yard line, correct. Yep, looks like 21. My math is getting better, everybody.
We'd like to thank all our sponsors, like I said.
That's on the board.
Ryan Discount Drugs and Ryan, Abbeville Discount Drugs and Abbeville, Abbeville Builder Supply, Shady Pines Assisted Living, Griffin Lumber Company, Glen Eagle Healthcare, Willingham Insurance Agency, and Snipes Piggly Wiggly. All right, we're 1st and 10. We got to make a statement here. We got to hold them. We're coming after him, and Mr. Brown is going to be met by a whole host of
They tried
Patriots.
the middle screen to big running back.
Number 26, it's like
And the clock is running
Jackson
down.
Owens had an eye on him and stopped that play for 1 yard. And we got
And the clock is winding. 17, 15, 14.
They may be gonna let it run out, too.
content, Coach, like you said, to let it run on out.
Don't know when I've seen a overtime game in a while in high school, but we're fitting to see
Good
one.
to see, Coach.
looks like you're getting more than your $10 working out, everybody.
And Patriot sports fans, we fitting to get some free football, as they say in overtime. 15 to 15 at the end of regulation. And what a football game, Coach.
All night long. And just like you, they had to pay $10 to see that one touchdown. You're getting more for your money here tonight.
You on there?
Well, the officials are meeting at the 40-yard line, Coach, and I'm trying to learn the rules of high school overtime. I don't know if it's like college
Be
or
honest
not.
with you, I'm not sure how we're going to play it either.
The officials are meeting, and now
Both
they're
teams may get a possession. We'll see how it plays out.
You have about 2 minutes left to go get a hot dog or a hamburger or a chicken tender basket. Or maybe some nachos and cheese from our
okay. We got 77 Isaiah Turner is out on the 50-yard line with the officials. And the Tryon player, I'm trying to get his number.
This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports
They're
from Atlanta
talking it
to
over.
Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody.
Right now in the fourth quarter is Chris, 9:23. The Ponies.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, voice of the national champion Fighting Tigers of LSU. And you're locked in to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, Middle Georgia's #1 voice of community and collegiate sports. Go Tigers.
This is Mike Conti of Atlanta United and the Atlanta Hawks radio networks. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
Hey, this is Andy Demetra, voice of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and when I want to know what's going on in Middle Georgia sports, there's only one place I go. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, your place for community and collegiate sports. Guys, take it away.
Hello, everybody. This is
Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back.
All right. Let's get it. Come on. Let it up. California groove gumbo, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Let's cook it up right now.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Death Valley is now on the bucket list if it wasn't already.
Yes.
You sold us.
And anytime you want to take us, Chris, we'll be happy to go.
Well, I promise you this. You guys let me know if you want to take in a game, and we'll roll out the purple carpet. It's too bad you missed the Georgia thrashing last season.
We will do that.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody.
This is Danny Reed, the radio voice of the Georgia Southern Eagles on the Georgia Southern Sports Network. And you're listening to the top source for local sports from Middle Georgia to the Coastal Empire, the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody. This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody.
Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, voice of the national champion Fighting Tigers of LSU. And you're locked in to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, Middle Georgia's #1 voice of community and collegiate sports. Go Tigers.
This is Mike Conti of Atlanta United and the Atlanta Hawks radio networks. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
Hey, this is Andy Demetra, voice of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and when I want to know what's going on in Middle Georgia sports, there's only one place I go. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, your place for community and collegiate sports. Guys, take it away.
Goodness gracious. It is the Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It is week 2, round 2 of the playoffs, and we started out, Rob and Ben East over there, we started out the way you want to. Wilcox County in overtime going for the Duke on the 2, and they get it and win over Tryon in the second round. Amazing right there. Absolutely amazing.
Gotta respect, guys. Yeah. We're sitting here listening to right before we go on air. They've been delaying the 2-point conversion, deciding if they're going to go for it. Wilcox County goes for the 2-point conversion for the win, and they get it. And exciting to listen.
Wow.
There to that call there to win the game.
Wow. I mean, just absolutely. Wow. Rob East, how you doing over there, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Really,
how about it?
Really like to pop off the second round of the playoffs listening to something like that. That's what it's all about. I mean, it's Joe, it's like I say we're talking about. I know it's a pressure cooker for the fans.
Right.
But if you get into OT, somebody's got to make a play. Just go ahead and go for 2.
Just do it.
If you're the last guy in charge, go ahead and just put the pressure on your guys.
My goodness gracious. And let me just tell you how much I love sitting over here right now because Powers Media Network put Wilcox County on the radio this year, so that's how we got to listen to that just then.
Yes.
On Network One Sports.
Absolutely incredible. And they did a great job with the call there, too.
Yeah. Bubba Weldon on the call with Coach Clack there, by the way, who the stadium is named after, doing the color for our guys tonight. Bubba Weldon, the voice of the Patriots. So, big deal there. Got a lot of football to talk about tonight. The teams are dwindling down. The games are dwindling down. And that just means that Thanksgiving's next week, which is awesome. All right? That's it. So, man, I tell you what, before we get into everything, Rob, let me just ask you what's going on, how you doing, what you want to talk about, and then let's jump right into some of those scores.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Joe. I'm really excited tonight to see the second round of the playoffs are really where you start to see the cream rise to the top. The first round, you can kind of who you're paired with. You may get by, you may not. But when it comes into the second round, you really know which teams out of which regions are really going to be the guys that you really got to watch going into Thanksgiving week and next week. So that's really started to become very apparent.
That's right. And we are going to go ahead. We've got our first update of the night right here for you, Rob. And that is from our friends at Sports Mike. And it is none other than Northside and Douglas to start the night. So we're going to go ahead and take that update for you right here, right now.
Round 2, we'll take the win 42-13 over a pretty good Douglas County team. Looks like we're going to be going to Langston Hughes next week. And it started good for Northside. 6-play, 66-yard drive at the 9-minute mark. J-Bo Allen on the end-around 9-yard run. Struck for the Eagles. Ashton Parodies with the kick. 7-zip Northside. And with 3:47 left in the first, another 1-yard run by Cam Brown. And that was set up by a 56-yard pass to Deshaun Hooten. That was a 7-play, 84-yard drive. 3:13 off the clock. Parodies kick good. 14-0 going into the second. Northside struck again with a long 9-play, 76-yard drive. 4 minutes, 19 seconds off the clock. And with 7:51 left before half, Cam Brown struck again with a 30-yard run. The Parodies kick good, 21-0. So here we go. And with 4 plays, 21 yards on a short field, that was set up by an interception by Ricardo Jones at the 6:07 mark, 31-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Centavious Lowe, 28-0. Here comes Douglas County with a 20-yard pass from quarterback Sire Hardaway to wide receiver Tashawn Bolton. The Austin Lewis kick good, 28-7. 8 plays, 58 yards, 3 minutes off the clock. And then right before half, Douglas County in a pivotal situation trying to score, which could have been a totally different outlook of this game, got an interception by Lowe at the goal line. He returned it 66 yards to set up a 2-play 34 yards drive with 10 seconds, and it was a 5-yard run by Brown, his third. The Paradise kick good, 35-7 going in at half. And that's where we stood going into the fourth with no scoring in the third. And Northside struck at the 10-minute mark on a 6-play drive, 57 yards, 2:04 off the clock. When Damian D enters the game as quarterback on a 13-yard run, his first, the Paradise kick good, 42-7, all Northside. And garbage time left, 3:08 to go. Douglas County scores on a 29-yard pass from quarterback Sire Hardaway to Hilton Alexander, and the Austin Lewis kick was good. The check that was blocked, and that ended up 42-13, and that's where we stand here tonight. Northside a winner here at the MAC, 42-13 over Douglas County.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. We'll take that update. Northside, the rebound from last year, the Duke in round 2, moving on to round 3. And I tell you what, it's a big night. Ben East, the man, the myth, the legend, in the house.
Back in the house, man. Back in the house. Feels good. Feels good to be back. After Tuesday and Wednesday, I feel like I'm back on course. Out of fantasy land.
I don't know if you heard the intro to the show. Wilcox County in overtime goes for 2 and the win tonight over Tryon.
Huge for Coach Stowe and the guys, man, to pull that off, man. Pushing them to a bid to the 3rd round, man. That's big time.
Can't wait to hear from Coach Stowe coming up here in just a little bit. Going to be great, I'm sure, to hear that.
That was a lot of action last week as well.
Oh, yeah. Good times right there. So a lot of scores to get to. Rob and Ben East in the house with us over there. I got to say thanks to our sponsors, too. But, Rob, I know you got that scoreboard open there in front of you, sir. Have at it.
Yeah, we'll roll through a couple. Carrollton is over Alcovey right now, 36-21, still late in the 4th quarter. Walton's going to beat Archer 34-7. Bainbridge beats Northwest Whitfield 48-7. Luella gets blown out by Benedictine 63-7. Blakely County struggling tonight against Callaway. Callaway, the defending state champs, coming in, and they're up 35-14 in the 4th quarter in that one. So looks like Blakely County may be falling out. Callaway's real strong. Turner County, after the close win at Dublin last week, they're beating Bowden 33-13 in the 4th quarter. So Turner County up on that one. Looks like they're probably going to go ahead and cruise to victory.
I'm surprised by that right there.
I mean, second round, especially after the Dublin game, they were down in the Dublin game.
They were. Dublin should have won that ball game. I had no thought that they were going to come across and beat Bowden tonight.
Yeah, so Turner County, hats off to those guys. They're putting it together, man. North Gwinnett down to Brookwood 17-14 late in the 4th quarter in that one. That one's going to be a barn burner as that one ends there. Decula up on Brunswick 23-14 as Decula is trying to push to the 3rd round of the playoffs. Coach Vaught and those guys trying to keep the train rolling. Buford beats Lovejoy 44-7. Stevens County is down to Burke County 34-24. Calvary Day blanks Wesleyan 35-0. And a game we've been watching and talking about, big implications here in the Middle Georgia area. Warner Robins is playing Cartersville tonight, and they're down 14-7 in the 3rd quarter. Score still reporting in that one. Carver Columbus beats Hateville Charter 52-12.
All right, well, there you go. Some early look scores and Wilcox overtime win and more. We'll be back. It's your Rob, Ben, and Joe 2nd round of the state playoffs. It's high school scoreboard here until midnight on Network 1 Sports. Hello, everybody.
It's all right. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
All right, Curtis Edwards here with me with Remax Realty team of, should I just say Dublin, Curtis, or should I say Warner Robins or Middle Georgia?
Middle Georgia, Joe.
So, Curtis, you guys are doing a lot with real estate, not only in Dublin, but in all of Middle Georgia. Perry, Warner Robins. You got a new office coming up there in Warner Robins as well, right?
A lot of people don't realize we're selling a lot of real estate listing and selling properties over in the Warner Robins area. We have recently purchased an office at 1836 Watson Boulevard, right across the street from Chick-fil-A, down the road from the medical center. We're excited about the build out we're fixing to do, getting ready to bring on some experienced realtors in the Houston County area to kind of grow a little bit more in that area, if you will.
Yes, sir. Curtis, right now seems to be the time to buy and list. Wouldn't you agree?
You're correct, Joe. I tell you what, it's unprecedented times right now. Interest rates are still low. There is, very little inventory, but, we have not lost a customer yet by not being able to find them a home.
That's right. And Curtis, when people want to find out how to get in touch with you or your agents, what's the best way for them to get you on the line?
They can give us a call at 478-353-1234. That's our office line, or they can call me directly themselves. I am the broker, so my phone number is 478-278-9179, and they can kind of tell me a little bit about what they're looking for, what they're looking to sell, and I'll go ahead and hook them up with one of our team members who can best suit their needs.
All right, that's Curtis Edwards with Remax Realty. Is it Dream Team, or should it just call it Remax Realty?
We just call it Remax Realty Team, but we do make dreams come true, Joe.
That's right. Curtis Edwards there, the best in Middle Georgia. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Joe. Have a good day.
Find Curtis Edwards and his Remax Realty team for Middle Georgia online at remax.com or at the rbjshow.com. Just look for the Remax balloon.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
This is John Nelson of GPB Sports and the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody.
It's all right.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
All right, back on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It's week 2. Joe Powers here, Rob and Ben East over there. And got the main man back from the honeymoon in East. Wait, what are you playing with over there, man?
Well, I was trying to locate my right earpiece here.
His earphones didn't know if they still fit his head or not. The earphones didn't know if they were like, is this really Ben? Is he back?
I was really distracted by the nice ambiance that's been added underneath our little window.
You like the fireplace down there?
Yep.
Guys, for those of you that are listening and tuning in, we're in Dublin, so we're smack dab in the middle of the state.
Yeah.
For the most part, we don't have to have much of this heat during our football seasons. But this year, which is a pleasant surprise, you're doing this show around Thanksgiving. Joe added the fireplace ambiance, the faux fireplace ambiance, and I'm telling you guys, I mean, this is some CBS sports stuff you tune into on Thanksgiving. And he's flipping the lights off now, so we just turn it down.
No cut rate, no cut rate organization.
This is not middle of the mall activity.
No,
okay? We're one of the corner stores. Okay, this is not middle of the mall.
Right.
So I have located my earpiece, and
we're good to go.
Yep.
Dan Patrick,
Joe.
Dan Patrick's got nothing on us. That's all I'm saying.
It's taken Ben a week, but he's settled back.
He's on it. He's on it now. Got the coffee in hand.
And K-Row and Cedar Town.
On to scores we go.
Because that's what you guys are listening for.
That's right. So how about some scores, fellas?
Cedar Town smacking K-Row 48-14 late in the fourth quarter. Appling County defeats Cherokee Bluff 34-20. They'll move on. Clark Central beats Stars Mill 24-7. Collins Hill blanking Pebblebrook 48-0. Crisp County defeats Coach Nolan and Oconee County 26-10. So Crisp County notches another road to the third round, and I don't think it can be discounted how good consistently Crisp County's been, even through coaching change with the Brad Harbor's regime fizzling out and them choosing to go a different way and having this other coach go in there. They're consistently good. Their athletes are just really good. And I mean, their program is just on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, and Coach Nolan, Joe, he called in last week, and when we talked to him, he knew that game going to Crisp County and playing in Cordele was going to be a very difficult matchup for them. And you know, he talked about it with us last week, and so Oconee County coming up a little bit short in the second round of the playoffs, but hats off to Crisp County as the Cougars continue to roll in Cordele.
Yeah, that's a big win for them. Darlington defeats Tatnall Square Academy 24-14. Grayson beats Denmark 35-21. Eagles Landing Christian beats Athens Academy 56-7. Johns Creek up over Evans 45-14 late in the fourth quarter there. Fitzgerald beats Fannin County 28-14. Fellowship Christian beats Pacelli Catholic 30-7. First Presbyterian Day after out of Macon defeats Mount Vernon 31-0. Northeast Macon going to the third round of the playoffs over Haralson County 26-20. That does not surprise me.
Not surprised by that.
Their athleticism is just so strong, and they gave some people some run for their money. I think they hit it at the right time, and I'd like to see the last time the Northeast Macon Raiders were in the third round of the playoffs. That's big for their program.
I was about to say the same thing. And you know the region that they were in with those guys, Washington County and everybody, that was a tit-for-tat region. And
yes, it was.
And Northeast is one of the last ones standing out of that region. Yeah. And, you know, they gave people a lot of fits all year long, won a lot of games, and they're rolling through the playoffs right here.
Congrats to those guys for a big win there for their program. Holy Innocents 42-7 over Savannah Country Day. Hughes 28-8 over Shiloh. Irwin County 51-27 over Lincoln County. Jones County in the second round of the playoffs putting up 66 points over Eastside. Defeats them 66-35.
Wow.
That one's still reporting they might have got to 70. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that one's going to be in hand there. Westlake 38-10 over Kennesaw Mountain. Lee County slides by over Cambridge 42-39.
I need to hear from Uncle Jimmy.
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
That was late in the fourth quarter. That score was a 3-point game, and Lee County ends up closing it out. Carver Atlanta beats Liberty County 53-12.
All right. Well, there you go. Another round of scores in the books. It's round 2 of the state playoffs. It's your Rob Benejo High School Scoreboard Show. We'll be right back here in just a couple of minutes. Stick around. We've got more scores, coaches' calls, and Sports Mike on the way on Network 1 Sports. It's your High School Scoreboard Show.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through a job site, we've designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Bubba's Tire Center at 1318 Bellevue Avenue in Dublin, where we do tires and a whole lot more. Founded by Charles and Mary Bass and now owned by their son Chuck and his daughter Whitney, Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab is a third-generation business proudly serving the Dublin-Lawrence community and surrounding areas since 1965. Offering physical, occupational, and speech therapy, Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab can get you back into your game, whether it's school, work, or play. Our family serving your family since 1965. When the doctor recommends therapy, just remember to choose Bass.
Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sport. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
All right, back on your Robin and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. Joe Powers here and Robin Ben East over there. It is the second round of the state playoffs. And ask and you shall receive. You know what I mean? On the phone with us, Bubba Weldon, the voice of the Wilcox County Patriots. We listened to the end of the ball game coming on the air, Bubba. Great job, great win for Wilcox County tonight.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what, Joe. It was, we scratched, clawed, and fought our way. Man, it was a game, and then we were going to kick the extra point there at the end. Yep. And the kids told Coach Stowe they wanted to talk it over. So they went to the sideline, and I just got through doing Coach Stowe on my little video camera, and he said the kids made the call that they wanted to go for it for the 2-point conversion.
Outstanding.
So he said, let's do it. And Day Lawson, man, he just kept driving and driving because there was 3 people on him, and he just shoved his way in the end zone.
Nice.
And wow. So it looks like me and you going to have some turkey sandwiches at the Clack next Friday. Or I will stop by and get us a bucket of chicken, Joe.
We eat some fried chicken all day long. I'm going to eat some turkey, though.
Well, Bubba, that'll be a lot of fun, man. Now, tell us a little bit about the game before the overtime point. Was it back and forth, or how did it go for Wilcox tonight, man?
It was. We got out to a 9-0 lead, and then they come out, and they number 26, he kind of got the feel of the game, and he started running the football. He had two or three big runs, and then they put the number 4 kid in there. And we lost focus on him because we've been keying on 26. And then they put number 4 in there, and he was racking up some yards.
And by the way, that is the leading rusher in the state, the running back from Tryon there. Wasn't it Rob B.
Brown, yeah.
Rob B. Brown, leading rusher in the state of Georgia.
with 2,400 and something yards and 37 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was a house. But our defense, Cassidy Deans, Isaiah Turner, Bobby Hilliard, Trey Coley, number 17, they slowed him down enough that we could hang on to him anyway.
That's right, man. Well, since you and Joe will be enjoying some Thanksgiving football next week, it'll be at Wilcox. And do you know who y'all are playing yet? Who you're matched up with?
The last I heard, McIntosh had took the lead on Manchester, but it was going back and forth. Hadn't really heard yet, but.
Maybe we can fill you in here.
It is.
Here's our job.
Manchester would be the winner over McIntosh, 19-13, if this final is correct on GPB. So it looks like it'll be Manchester and Wilcox in Rochelle next week.
Wow.
Man,
that's woo.
All right, Bubba.
Guys, it was a barn burner.
I just got one request. If we don't bring the turkey, somebody's got to bring gravy. That's all I'm saying.
Bring what now?
Gravy. I need some gravy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll bring a gravy boat.
Yeah. Joe said he's not eating that turkey dry.
I ain't eating no dry turkey.
Hey, we did that Christmas Vacation. That movie, Christmas Vacation. You just take that old bird and dip it in that gravy.
Oh, Bubba, we appreciate the call, man. Look forward to listening to y'all's game next week, man. We appreciate it, buddy.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir.
There you go, the voice of the Wilcox County Patriots. The overtime win for the Patriots. First time they've won a region title since 12. Last state championship was in 09, I believe. Yes, sir, Mr. Bubba. Oh, I think I hung up on him, tried to call him back. My bad. But we'll go right along with those scores. Robin, Ben, what you got?
Yeah, moving on along here. ECI falls to Macon County tonight, 35-10. Marist beats LaGrange, 48-7. Mill Creek on top of McEachern, 45-30. You just heard us update you there. Manchester beats McIntosh County Academy in overtime, 19-13, and Manchester will be playing Wilcox County next week. Metter beats Schley County 33-6. Milton on top of Marietta 38-21. Score still reporting in the fourth quarter, but I'm sure we'll have an updated final here in that one pretty soon. Peach County moving on to the Elite Eight next week as they beat Monroe area by 3 tonight, 24-21. Roswell falls to North Cobb 43-40.
And we got Coach Allie Good on the phone with us from Northside. Coach, congratulations on the win
Appreciate
tonight.
it, guys. Played really good tonight.
Yes, sir, Coach. Well, tell us a little bit about the game, man.
Well, we just came out. We took the first two drives right down the field and scored and held them on 3 and outs. And, to jump up 14-0 real quick. And it just kept the momentum in our favor. And our guys, it's probably the most complete game we've played all year long. We gave up a cheap touchdown at the end, but our guys in all three phases, we executed well. We had 500 yards offense, and defense played really, really well, and just proud of the guys.
That's awesome to hear, Coach. I mean, this is the time of year that you want everybody piecing it together to where you're playing your best football. It sounds like you guys definitely are doing that on both sides of the ball. And did you have anybody tonight that stuck out to you, one or two guys that played really well?
Well, we had a sophomore make a huge catch. Deshaun Hooten made a huge touchdown catch, and Centavius Lowe, he's by far our best football player, and he did it on all three phases. He caught a touchdown pass. He had a pick and had a huge kickoff return, and Centavius continues to play well for us.
You got to have those type of guys, especially moving deeper into the playoffs, and that's what it's all about when those guys are able to really push you ahead there. Who will y'all play in the third round, Coach?
We go Langston Hughes.
Awesome, Coach. Well, Coach, this is our last show of the year. We appreciate you giving us a call each and every week, man. We wish you all the best, man, and go Northside Eagles, man. Thanks for calling us all year.
Thank y'all, and I appreciate what y'all do. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too, brother. Thank you, man.
Coach Allie Good there. a constant caller on our show. We love that.
Every week, regardless win or lose, he's going to call. And I've just loved to see the transformation of their program year over year.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm telling you, following those guys, talking to him last year, and see the progression that they've made. They had a lot of young guys last year, and you just knew without a doubt that Coach Alligood's enthusiasm and the leadership of his ability and his coaching staff, really good to see the Northside Eagles rolling here into the third round of the playoffs. And that'll take us to another break here on the Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. Affiliates, we're about to take our break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
It's all right.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hello, Dublin and Lawrence County football fans and families. It's game time, and nobody's riding the bench this season here at Dublin Ford Lincoln. The only thing you'll be riding in is America's #1 selling brand, Ford. Whether you're driving left, right, or up the middle, you'll always be unstoppable with an all-new Ford car, truck, or SUV. And get this, you won't even need to wear a helmet. With our friendly, no-hassle sales team leading the way, we make getting car deals to the end zone easier than saying ready, go. That's Ford tough, baby. Others call you customers, we call you friends. Dublin Ford Lincoln, Veterans Boulevard, or at DublinFordLincoln.com.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
How are you? We are good, Coach. We are.
Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sport.
Back on the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show here. It is round 2 of the state playoffs, and we've got Coach Chadwick on the phone from Marist. Coach, big win for the program tonight. How are you?
Hey, doing fine. Anytime you can win a ball game like this tonight, you're doing pretty good.
Yes, sir, Coach. Big win for Marist tonight. Tell us a little bit about the game, man.
Well, we kind of jumped out to an early lead, and they turned the ball over the first 2 times they had it. We had a first possession, drove down and scored, and they turned it over, had a scoop and score. And then next time they got the ball, they turned it over again and got the ball deep in their territory and was able to take that in. So just kind of shocked them, I think, right there. And controlled the ball most of the night on offense. Did some good things and kind of kept the ball away from the dynamic quarterback. Kept him corralled in pretty well, which is what we want to do. We want to try to sandwich him a little bit, not give him room to run with a couple of linebackers that were kind of spying on him. And I think that was a big key in the game for us tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, Coach. And anytime you're able to take advantage of the turnovers like that early in the game, that's what you have to do in these playoffs. And Coach, did you have a couple of players that stuck out to you that had some outstanding performances?
Well, yeah, I think our quarterback, Hayden Richardson, he's our backup quarterback, and second week in a row in the playoffs where he's had to play, and our starter's been out, but we hope to have him back next week. Did a real fine job directing our offense, distributing the ball the right spots. I think both our halfbacks, Quinn Gooding and Will Garrick, had really good games, both running the football and receiving out of the backfield with some big plays, big gains. And offensive line, I think our entire offensive line has really come on. Coach Dan Perez, our offensive line coach, has done a remarkable job rebuilding an offensive line because we lost most of our starters from that championship team from last year, and he's done a great job. And these kids have really bought into what we're selling, and we're performing pretty well for us. Defensively, we're flying around, making some good plays. We got two dynamic defensive ends with Andrew Manley and Ryan Phelan. They really are the super force on defense. They cause a lot of havoc and pressure quarterbacks and get sacks and tackles for losses and hurries and things like that. And they've really carried our defense very well.
That's awesome, Coach. And I think the word that sticks out there is dynamic. I think you've got dynamic players on both sides of the ball, especially out of the backfield. It's a nightmare for defenses to have to prepare for the ground attack and the air out of the backfield. And that's exciting to hear. You got a lot of good action going on both sides of the ball. Who will y'all face in round 3?
Well, we lost another coin flip once again, which we've never won a coin flip, and we're on the road. We're on the road to Savannah to play Benedictine. So I guess essentially you got number 1 playing number 2 next week in the 3rd round. So it'll be a big night for us, and we look forward to the road trip. But like I said, we've figured it up this week. We're in the recent history, we're 2-9 on coin flips, and in a few years before that, of course, it was predetermined. But before that, back in the old days, we're even worse than 2-9 winning coin flips. So we're already, it's just uncanny how unlucky we can be on coin flips. But anyway, we'll take it on the road and try to come back with a win if we can't get it.
Yes, sir, Coach, and good luck on that. And as always, man, we appreciate you giving us a call, and good luck next week as y'all go on the road, man.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
You,
thank you what y'all do for high school football.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Marist on the line in the win tonight. I was going to tell him if he needs to stop and pee, we're right here.
halfway through.
It's a halfway spot. That's where we're at.
Coming right down 75 to 16.
They've got some dudes, though. I know they might have lost their coin flip, but and it'll be a long trip from Atlanta to Savannah to 75 to 16. But it sounds like they've got some dynamic guys who's really, really turning it on. If you're able to win 48-7 in the 2nd round with your backup quarterback, if your starter's able to come out and play, I like your chances down in Savannah.
Yeah. Coming off a state title again last year. State champion teams right there, fellas.
Yes.
On the line. All right, let's look at that scoreboard again.
All right, so you just heard from Coach Chadwick from Marist, 48-7 winners over LaGrange. They'll go on the road next week to Benedictine, and that one in the 3rd round of the playoffs. So keep our eyes on that game next week. Mill Creek, the winners over McEachern, 52-30. Manchester beats McIntosh County. Manchester will be headed to Wilcox County next week to face Wilcox County and Rochelle. Metter wins tonight 33-6 over Schley County as they roll into the Elite 8. Milton beats Marietta 38-21. Peach County beats Monroe area 24-21. Roswell in a close one over North Cobb. The winners by 3, 46-43. A lot of points scored there in a high school game. Almost 89 points scored between the two teams there. So a lot of points. North Oconee blanks Spalding in the 2nd round here, 37-0. We heard from Coach Chad Alligood earlier from the Northside Eagles. They were the winners tonight over Douglas County, 42-13. Warren County beats Pelham 26-7. The Perry Panthers here in the Middle Georgia area roll Flowery Branch 42-7, and the Perry Panthers have pretty much rolled all year from their region play, and they're continuing that trend in the playoffs. So the Perry Panthers rolling on to the third round of the playoffs. Pierce County blanks Dawson County 49-0. Prince Avenue Christian wins 52-0 over Brookstone. Putnam County wins 28-24 over Lovett in a close one. I'm sure that game was really good because Putnam County has got a really good squad, and Lovett is always pumping out some really good product as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a pretty good ball game, no doubt about that.
No doubt. And Jeff Davis faced off with Rabun County tonight. Falls 56-7. And such a great year for Jeff Davis. The Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, Coach Lance Helton, what he's building down there. They've had a real solid year. And Rabun is slated to probably win the state championship in that division with Gunnar Stockton at quarterback. Just got some elite talent there. So tough loss tonight for Coach Helton. We got to be proud of what they put together this season.
Oh yeah, I mean it's been an outstanding year, but that is, we were talking about it off the air a minute ago, guys. Gunnar Stockton is statistically the best quarterback's ever been in this state. I mean, he passes Trevor Lawrence, he passes, I forget the other guy's name now. It escapes me, but he's historically the best quarterback the state's ever seen.
Yeah.
So he's been deterred twice in the state title game.
I believe
third time might be a charm.
I believe before Trevor Lawrence, it was we played with it.
Went to Clemson.
Deshaun Watson.
Yes,
Deshaun Watson. And before him, it was Hudson Mason who played at Georgia. So a lot of you guys know him. So they've kind of carried on the torch. The game is getting so much more offensive, and Rabun County throws the ball like 50 times a game, and the quarterback, you've heard of him. He ain't bad. He's going to Georgia next year. So Gunnar Stockton continues to roll there. So Dougherty County, the winners over Riverdale, 7-0. South Atlanta beats Westside Augusta 22-17. Creekside beats St. Pius 41-34. The Swainsboro Tigers winners again consistently this year. Swainsboro has got a really good team week in, week out, and they have won again over Columbia 41-14 as they continue to move on. Thomasville, also one of those teams that continues to win 42-16 over Heard County. Thomasville the winners in that one. Thompson beats Ringgold 14-7. Athens Christian falls to Trinity Christian 48-14. Villa Rica beats Harris County 34-21. And probably one of the biggest, if you want to call it upsets, it's an upset in our book because Ware County beat Warner Robins earlier this year. Ware County falls tonight to the Calhoun Yellow Jackets in that one. So Calhoun the winners 49-42 in that one.
I would love to have a recap on the end of that game, but I think it came down to probably the last minute of the game.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know it was 42-42 late in the fourth quarter, so I know that something had to crazy happen to notch that last touchdown across to win, get the win.
Something crazy going on there for sure. So we're going to prepare. We got some more coaches going to be calling up on the line here. And with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get to break. We'll be right back after this on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. I finally hit a wrong button. Did you hear that? All season.
Yep. I'm no machine, okay?
We'll be back after this.
This is Danny Reed, the radio voice of the Georgia Southern Eagles on the Georgia Southern Sports Network. And you're listening to the top source for local sports from Middle Georgia to the Coastal Empire, the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
It's all right.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
You know, football is a game that's all about trust. And whether you're a East Lawrence Falcon, a West Lawrence Raider, Dublin Fighting Irish, or Trinity Crusader, it's about trust, and trust is banking. And a Farmer State Bank serving you, well, it's the same. It's about banking. It's about trust. It's not about the color of your jersey. It's about you. That's why, just like on Friday nights, with the teams in our community, we want to be a team partner to you. So when it comes to trust and your game is on the line, remember, trust is as easy as FSB. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sports.
Back on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It is week 2 of the state playoffs. Joe Powers here, Rob and Ben East over there. And on the phone, Coach, you couldn't be happier. Got to listen to the Wilcox County Patriots on Network One Sports tonight. Win in overtime over Tryon. Coach Rob Stowe, how are you?
I'm doing great tonight. It's a great night to be a Patriot for sure.
Yes, sir, Coach. Well, I tell you what, man, we'll just go ahead and cut to the chase. We got to listen to the end of the game. So what was the conversations that were had during the basically the timeout to go for 2? What were the conversations you guys were having there to make that call?
Well, to take you through it, basically, I got on the headset with our offensive coordinator and just, I just asked him, I said, hey, if you feel great about a play call, we'll go for 2. And he got to thinking about it, and I said, well, let's just call timeout and we can think even more. Well, while we're doing all that, you know what the players on offense were saying, which was, let's go for the win right now, Coach. Trust us. We will get it done. And so with that, in combination with Coach McDuffie, our offensive coordinator, feeling pretty confident about the play we called, we decided to do it. And, it was one of those, somebody was going to go home with a broken heart, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I was sitting here talking about it, Coach, and I completely respect y'all's decision because when you get into the overtime environment, okay, if you got a chance to close it out, go ahead and do it. I mean, somebody's going to have to make a play. You're just delaying the inevitable to kind of put the pressure on it. And that just says a lot about your guys and how y'all have conditioned your team to be able to handle that situation. And those guys wanted to hold the rope right there and take control.
That's right. And I couldn't have said it even better myself. I mean, sometimes you just go with a gut feeling, too. You just look at the guys and they really believe they could get it done. And I got to say, too, our running back, Deshaun Lawson, that scored, I mean, he went through about 3 guys that had him a great shot to get him tackled, and he just would not be denied. And, so proud of him. He's a really good back and, just a junior. So we got a lot of more football in him, I hope. But, it was just unbelievable for him to cross the goal line and see, I think, all of Wilcox County follow him down there into the end zone and jump on top.
Wow. Would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah,
That would have been
awesome.
great.
Yes, and I hate it for trying. I mean, they had a great game plan, had good players that played hard, a lot of class. At the end of the game like that, I thought they handled it very well. We went up there 3 years ago in the playoffs and lost 20-19, so we know what it's like to have to drive that long drive back, losing by 1. I'm just glad it's them this time.
Well, that's right, Coach. I mean, and when it comes down to these games, it's like you said, somebody's going home with a broken heart, especially when it's close like this. But for you guys to be able to close that out at home and make that call and watch your players be able to celebrate and stuff, that's really, really exciting. Well, Coach, as always, man, we appreciate you calling. This is our last show of the week, and we'll be tuning in for you guys next week as y'all take on McIntosh as they're heading to Rochelle. So we appreciate the calls all year, man.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I did not know how that game turned out. We've heard everything. So do you know for sure McIntosh won the game?
That it is actually Manchester. I have misspoke.
Okay.
It is Manchester. Yes, Manchester is who you're playing.
Rob
We're
was
rolling through several different scores.
Rob was messing me up there, Coach. I was like, well, we just talked to Bubba about 30 minutes ago, and I'm pretty sure we determined Manchester won that game. But we're going to wait because the butter's in the pudding, so we're going to just hang out just a minute and wait to see.
I'm going to be honest. I was about to say, I guess if that score was right and McIntosh really did win, then the Manchester coach is going to think I'm an idiot for saying congratulations. But,
you're right.
Manchester won, and that is who y'all will face off with next week in the third round.
Trying to keep up with 7 different classifications and who's playing can be
I understand. And y'all do a great job. I mean, I can't say enough, for the scoreboard show and also for Joe helping us with the radio. And we have so many people that can't come to a football game, and they want to be a part of it so bad. So getting to listen to y'all's network has just been unreal. I can't put it in words.
Well, thank you, Coach. We have such a great time doing it, and we couldn't do it without coaches like you calling each and every week and making this show so much fun. So good luck next week, man. We wish you the best.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, there you go. The butter's in the pudding right there.
It's always there, baby. The butter's always there. You ain't got a good pudding. You ain't got a good cake unless you got the butter.
You will face McIntosh. I'm like, I don't believe so.
As Rob is as me as if anybody knows me, I don't like being wrong. I'm over here Control F key and trying to find the score on GPB, knowing that was not kosher, and find out. But we got it corrected, folks. We stand corrected.
That's right.
I said it not only probably 6 times before that Manchester's playing well.
Well, it'll be a good time, Joe. You'll getting to go down there next Friday night. I would love to go, but we got some friends getting married, so we got to be a part of that.
Yep.
Wedding season for the
wedding season.
Get to see Coach Stowe and get to be a part of that and help Bubba, and that's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a big time. And as we get ready to get to the back half of the hour, got John Nelson coming up for you in the second hour. Of course, cannot wait to talk to John Nelson and hear what's going on around the state. It'll be a lot of fun to talk with him. We're going to pick up our friends here from Sports Mike. We're going to give you the update we heard from Coach Chad Alligood earlier. Northside with the win. We're going to give you that update here from our friends at Sports Mike as we get ready for the top of the hour. So here you go with our friends from Sports Mike. I'm trying to see their name, but it's too small, the font on the screen. I'm getting to be an old man. Either way, here's your update.
Round 2, we'll take the win, 42-13 over a pretty good Douglas County team. Looks like we're going to be going to Langston Hughes next week. And it started good for Northside. 6-play, 66-yard drive at the 9-minute mark. J-Bo Allen on the end-around 9-yard run. Struck for the Eagles. Ashton Paradis with the kick. 7-zip Northside. And with 3:47 left in the first, another 1-yard run by Cam Brown. And that was set up by a 56-yard pass to Deshaun Hooten. That was a 7-play, 84-yard drive. 3:13 off the clock. Paradise kicked good, 14-0. Going into the second, Northside struck again with a long 9-play, 76-yard drive, 4 minutes, 19 seconds off the clock, and with 7:51 left before half. Cam Brown struck again with a 30-yard run. The Paradise kicked good, 21-0. So here we go. And with 4 plays, 21 yards on a short field, that was set up by an interception by Ricardo Jones at the 6:07 mark, 31-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Centavius Lowe, 28-0. Here comes Douglas County with a 20-yard pass from quarterback Sire Hardaway to wide receiver Teshawn Bolton. The Austin Lewis kick good, 28-7. 8 plays, 58 yards, 3 minutes off the clock. And then right before half, Douglas County in a pivotal situation trying to score, which could have been a totally different outlook of this game. Got an interception by Lowe at the goal line. He returned it 66 yards to set up a 2-play 34 yards drive with 10 seconds. And it was a 5-yard run by Brown, his third. The Paradise kicked good, 35-7 going in at half. And that's where we stood going into the fourth with no scoring in the third. And Northside struck at the 10-minute mark on a 6-play drive, 57 yards, 2:04 off the clock. When Damian D enters the game as quarterback on a 13-yard run, his first, the Paradise kicked good, 42-7, all Northside. And garbage time left, 3:08 to go. Douglas County scores on a 29-yard pass from quarterback Sire Hardaway to Hilton Alexander, and the Austin Lewis kick was good. Check that was blocked, and that ended up 42-13, and that's where we stand here tonight. Northside a winner here at the MAC, 42-13 over Douglas County.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, we appreciate that, Tim. There is your update from Northside, Warner Robins. And I believe we were talking earlier, Robin Ben over there. If the scores hold up as we've seen them, Northside's going to be one of the deepest teams out of Houston County tonight. I believe Perry won. Warner Robins was on the downside of the scoreboard, if I remember correctly earlier. Is that right?
Last score reported here on GPB is they ended up coming back. It's 24-17 over
goodness
Cartersville.
gracious.
So the Warner Robins Demons, don't count them out yet. Yeah.
What a ball game that is, I bet.
Still rolling.
That's been the game everybody was kind of focused on this week, looking at round 2 for those high-class divisions. It was Cartersville and Warner Robins. So can't wait to see how that one finishes out. Hopefully we can hear from our friends. I know we will, from Sports Mike.
In Jones County, I mean, right kind of around that, the Middle Georgia area, kind of that band there putting up 60. Getting their win as well. And if you remember right, Jones County had a little bit of a rocky start to the season, and they've just been kind of a silent ghost, just easing on through the season, man, ticking one off at the time, and here they are going to the third round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And not that people have asked, but in shows like this, we have communication with the coaches, during the week and then during the night here. And sometimes we get those coaches that get to give us a call. Sometimes they're caught up with travel or, with their teams or whatever. But we hope to hear from those calls from those coaches. Really appreciate all the calls that we get from them, because they do not have to do it by any stretch of the imagination. So we really appreciate them giving us a call. And speaking of coaches, we got Decula on the call here now. Coach Casey Vaught. Coach, how are you? Hang on, Coach. All right, can you hear me, Coach? Don't know what's going on with Coach Vaught's phone there. Well, we will try him back right here and see if we can't get him back on the line. Don't know if he couldn't hear me.
Yeah, we're trying to get him back on the line here. Looks like they were the winners tonight over Brunswick, 29-21.
Coach Vaught, can you hear me? I'm not sure what's going on with Coach Vaught's phone there. All right, go with that score for me one more time.
Yeah, Decula, Coach Vaught, who we're trying to get connected here with some technical difficulties we're having. But they are the winners tonight, 29-21 over that one. So Coach Vaught has got Decula rolling, going to the Elite 8 here. Yeah, we're here. Coach Vaught, we got you, man. Hey, congrats on the big win tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
You missed a great one down here. A great football game. Both teams battled it out. We were fortunate and blessed enough to get the win, but both teams played unbelievable football.
Yes, sir, Coach. It sounds like it was a very exciting one for you guys. And did you have some guys tonight that really made some big plays to help put you guys over the hump?
Well, I mean, Kyle Eford has been great all season. He was great. Nick Nelson had 2 interceptions at the end of the game to kind of seal the game away for us. Festus Davies knocked down two different balls in critical situation for us. I mean, I can keep going. It was just a phenomenal football game.
Yeah, Coach, and to see how you guys have progressed through the year and gotten better and really having it all put together here in the playoffs, it's got to be pretty neat to see you guys pushing on to the Elite Eight for your squad.
That's right. That's pretty awesome. Kids are excited. We got a long bus ride home, but again, coming home winners, it'll make it a whole lot better trip.
Yes, sir, Coach. No doubt about that. And do you know who you have matched up with next week?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys. Johns Creek was playing Evans. And so we have the winner of that one. You guys got a score on that?
Yes, we do. Johns Creek was the winners in that one, 45-14. So Johns Creek will be the
So
winner.
they got to come to Tequila. So
nice.
Get ready. A home game for us.
Awesome. Well, Coach Vaught, this is our last show of the week. We'll peel off from here as the teams get a little bit smaller. And, man, we appreciate the calls all year long. And we wish you guys the best of luck next week, man.
Thanks so much. We'll see you guys.
Absolutely.
See you, buddy. Bye.
All right, affiliate stations, thanks so much for hanging with us in that call. We're going to go ahead and give you time to get your ID out of the way, and then we will take our 1 minute and come right back. So, ID, and we'll be back in a minute. You're Robin and Joseph.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Orange County. When we began looking for a location for our second Dublin banking office, the historic Henry Building looked like the perfect spot because Dublin and Lawrence County is our focus, and making banking easier and more convenient for our customers is our goal. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
A local full-service community bank offering quality banking services. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, now open in downtown Dublin.
Whether you're a Crusader, Falcon, Irish, or Raider, our team at Dublin Chevy Nissan is fighting to get you the vehicle you want. From the Silverado and Sierra to the brand new redesigned Nissan Frontier, we've got the trucks. Dublin Chevy Nissan.
Hello, this is Don Carswell. Come on by or shop online. And remember, Don sells cars well, only at Dublin Chevy Nissan.
Visit MyDublinChevrolet.com and MyDublinNissan.com.
Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, voice of the national champion Fighting Tigers of LSU. And you're locked in to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, Middle Georgia's #1 voice of community and collegiate sports. Go Tigers.
This is Mike Conti of Atlanta United and the Atlanta Hawks radio networks. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
Hey, this is Andy Demetra, voice of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and when I want to know what's going on in Middle Georgia sports, there's only one place I go. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show, your place for community and collegiate sports. Guys, take it away.
All right, Andy Demetra, we will. It's your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It is hour 2. It is week 2. It's Joe Powers here. Rob and Ben East sitting right over there. Guys, how are you?
We are good, man. Love talking to these coaches through some of these exciting wins that we've talked to all year, and to see some of the success they have rolling into the third round of the playoffs is pretty fun, man.
Yep, round and third headed for home here in the last show of the season, and it's been a jam-packed year full of some exciting ball games, some awesome recaps, and getting to hear from some old faces and some new faces throughout the year. And this tonight has been no different. Hearing about some of these guys that had some trying games early in the year,
Absolutely.
and here they are rolling on to the third round of the playoffs, and it's cool just to see that evolution of a team throughout the course of a year, and getting to kind of hear each and every week the highs and the lows, man, to get us to where we are here.
All right, well, let's get to those scores because that's what people want to know.
Yeah, just talked to Coach Casey Vaught from Decula. They're the winners tonight, and they will be playing Johns Creek next week. Johns Creek was the winners over Evans 45-14. That game will be in Decula next week. So Decula, Johns Creek. Look forward to seeing how that one pans out. Fitzgerald, the Purple Hurricanes, win tonight over Fannin County 28-14. Fellowship Christian, the winners over Pacelli Catholic 30-7. First Presbyterian Day wins over Mount Vernon 31-0. Northeast Macon with a huge win over Haralson County 26-20, taking Northeast Macon to the third round of the playoffs for the first time in quite some time. I'd like to know the historical impact of that right there, but for Northeast Macon, the Elite Eight. Holy Innocents wins over Savannah Country Day 42-7. Hughes beats Shallow 28-8. Irwin County wins big tonight over Lincoln County 51-27. Jones County hangs 66 on East Side. There's a winners there 66-42. Westlake beats Kennesaw Mountain 45-10. Lee County they win tonight over Cambridge in a tight one, 42-39 down there in Leesburg. So Lee County squeaking one by in the second round. Cambridge giving them all they want. Carver, Atlanta wins over Liberty County 53-12. Lowndes and Norcross in a 1-point game. Lowndes, the winners, 35-34.
Wow.
And I would love to know how that score ended up 35-34, if it was a missed extra point or did Lowndes score late and they won by an extra point, or how that ended up. But Lowndes County going on to the Elite Eight, so really exciting for those guys. Macon County, the winners over ECI 42-10. We heard from Coach Chadwick earlier from Marist. Winners big tonight over LaGrange 48-7. Mill Creek beats McEachern 52-30. Manchester, the winner over McIntosh County tonight 19-13. They'll be going on the road next week to Wilcox County to play Coach Stowe and those guys in Rochelle. Metter wins tonight 33-6 over Schley County. Milton, the winners over Marietta 38-21. Peach County wins tonight over Monroe 24-21. Roswell, in a close one, beats North Cobb 46-43. North Oconee falls to Spalding 37-0. We heard from Coach Chad Alligood earlier. Those guys have really got everything humming right now on all cylinders, putting together when it matters. And the progression those guys have made over the last 2 years has really been phenomenal. Northside wins tonight over Douglas County 42-13.
Yes, and Carrollton defeats Alcovey 43-21. Walton beats Archer 34-7. Bainbridge beats Northwest Whitfield 48-7. Benedictine, who will face off with Marist next week, defeated Luella 63-7.
63.
That's a lot of points in the second round. Coach Lassiter and the Royals fall to Callaway 35-14.
And got our friend Coach Lance Helton on the phone. Coach, how are you? Coach, you with me? I don't know what's going on with the old phone over here tonight. Every time I hit the button, it hangs up. I don't know what's going on with that. Coach Helton, how are you, sir?
Well, hell, I've been better.
Yes, sir, Coach. We saw the score there. Tough game tonight against one of the best quarterbacks in the state. Tell us a little bit about the game.
Well, he's a certified player, man. They've got a great program. He's got a great supporting cast around him. I tell you now, they got a great environment. They just hit us in the mouth repeatedly. We went down 2 starters early in the game and just couldn't catch up. Make no doubt about it now. they jumped on us, and they pretty focused on trying to break all these records. They are scoring points, and we didn't do a great job stopping them, guys. We didn't do a great job getting first downs. It just, they pulled out the old-fashioned whipping stick on the Jackets tonight.
Yeah, that's frustrating, especially that's a long trip up there too. All the travel and all involved as well. And when you get out like to a start like that, and that happened to us a couple times at Dublin. You get down and you just can't overcome that wave. But Coach, kind of looking back on your season, though, we were talking about that earlier, just in some recaps of some seasons. Got to be proud of kind of where you've come since where you started, even to now. Even though it was a tough loss tonight, man, you got to be excited about the future of what's to come for Jeff Davis.
Well, you know what, man, we 4 10-win seasons in the school's history, and we were able to, jump on that and be a part of that this year. We continue to take steps. We continue to grow, and I don't do a good job of reflecting, but I am proud of where we are. We are playing with people now that nobody thought we could play with when we got here. And, that's no excuse for what happened tonight. We just got an old-fashioned whipping. But I tell you what now, I'm ready to get back to the drawing board and keep making this program better. I love this place. I love this town. And I'm proud of our kids. Our senior class continues to just be our type of guys. And we've got those type of guys headed this way in the future. I wish Raven the best. But, it stings, man. It hurts when my boys crying and hugging our seniors, my son Knox, and just, man, it's why we do it. And I just feel like I let our guys down, and I've got to do a better job.
Absolutely, Coach, and I know that feeling, and the culture you're building there from really the middle school up is really taking hold, and that's something to be proud of. And I know those guys love you, and you'll be bigger and stronger and better next year, Coach. Well, man, this is our last show of the year too, so we really appreciate you giving us a shout every week, man. It really helps us put this show together and put y'all on the map, man. So we love y'all. Hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving, Coach.
Love you guys too, man. Thank you for carrying us on the airways with you guys, man. When you're wearing Navy, you're as good as gold. Go Jackets.
You got it, brother.
See you, Coach.
Tough one there for Coach Helton and crew. No doubt about it. We're going to go ahead and get to break. Affiliates, we will be back with an update from our coach, Wes Tankersley at Stevens County. Right after this, so stick around. It's your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It's Hour 2 here on Network 1 Sports. We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your auto insurance needs.
Call John Mark Butler at 478-275-1211 today for a free quote.
Hello, Dublin and Lawrence County football fans and families. It's game time, and nobody's riding the bench this season here at Dublin Ford Lincoln. The only thing you'll be riding in is America's #1 selling brand, Ford. Whether you're driving left, right, or up the middle, you'll always be unstoppable with an all-new Ford car, truck, or SUV. And get this, you won't even need to wear a helmet. With our friendly, no-hassle sales team leading the way, we make getting car deals to the end zone easier than saying ready, go. That's Ford tough, baby. Others call you customers, we call you friends. Dublin Ford Lincoln, Veterans Boulevard, or at DublinFordLincoln.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Hello fans, it's football time again in Georgia. Need some tires before that football road trip? Bubba's Tire Center has got you covered. As always, when you purchase a brand new set of 4 tires, you will receive free installation and free alignment for your vehicle. We offer pickup and delivery as well as contactless drop-off service for all your tire and service needs. This fall, when it's time for service for your vehicle, come see us at Bubba's Tire Center at 1318 Bellevue Avenue in Dublin, Georgia, or online at bubbastirecenter.com.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sport.
All right, back on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It is 11:16 on your Friday night, second hour of the show, and on the phone with us now, all the way from North Georgia, my alma mater. Great to have Coach Wes Tankersley on the phone with us. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you tonight?
We're good, Coach. Tough night tonight for the Indians, taking on Burke County. What can you tell us about the ballgame?
Well, Burke County's got a really good football program, and, we just didn't play our best. We made some mistakes, didn't play, mistake-free football, and, when you're playing somebody good like that, you got to do that. Our kids battled really hard, and, we had it 27-24 going into the fourth quarter, and made some mistakes there, and gave up a couple of scores there in the fourth quarter, unfortunately. But we felt like we had some good momentum going into the fourth quarter, and just made a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, Coach, and as well as anybody else, when you get into these games, it's sometimes one mistake and stuff can really swing the momentum pretty heavily in some of these games, and it's hard to come back from, even if it's just one player here or there. Well, Coach, as far as your team goes, how many guys are you losing this year as far as your senior class and stuff, and as far as moving towards next year?
As far as starters, I think we lose 6 guys on defense. Had a really good year on that side of the ball, and so those guys will be missed. So we'll be looking for some kids to step up on that side. Offensively, we only lose 2 on that side. I think we've got 9 guys coming back over there. So we'll be depending on offense having a lot of experience there the first part of the year, and then hopefully the other guys that come in defensively will, get that experience early in the year, next year, and be ready for region play. And hopefully the offense will carry us through that.
Yes, sir, Coach. Well, Coach Tankersley, we appreciate the calls all year long, man, and we wish you guys the best of luck in the off season for next year, man.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, Coach.
All right, Coach Tankersley there from Stevens County on the call. Rob and Ben, that's going to take us to another break. When we come back, we're going to get the update from Sports Mike for Warner Robins and Cartersville. That's on the way. Stick around to Rob, Ben, and Joe Show.
This is John Nelson of GPB Sports on the Soccer Down Here Network. You're listening to Middle Georgia's #1 team for community and collegiate sports from Atlanta to Savannah and all points in between. It's the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Enjoy, everybody.
It's all right.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Football is a game that's all about trust. And whether you're a East Lawrence Falcon, a West Lawrence Raider, Dublin Fighting Irish, or Trinity Crusader, it's about trust, and trust is banking. And at Farmers State Bank, serving you, well, it's the same. It's about banking. It's about trust. It's not about the color of your jersey. It's about you. That's why, just like on Friday nights, with the teams in our community, we want to be a team partner to you. So when it comes to trust and your game is on the line, remember, trust is as easy as FSB. Member FDIC.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sport. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
This is Tom Mobley reporting for Bill Beatty and the Sports Mike Network from Wyman Stadium in Cartersville, Georgia, where the Warner Robins Demons defeated the Cartersville Purple Hurricane 24-17 in a thrilling 5A second round GHSA playoff game. Scoring started after a 56-yard run by Fred Perry that set the Demons up. Christian Lane hit Cam Flowers on a 28-yard touchdown pass, completed a 91-yard touchdown drive. Daniel Barber added a PAT, and with 8:49 to go in the half, Warner Robins had a 7-0 lead. Cartersville took the ensuing kickoff and drove it 71 yards, capped off by an Amari White 3-yard touchdown run, a Jesus Gutierrez PAT, and at 4:39 to go in the half, it was tied at 7. Warner Robins had moved the football the first half, but 2 fumbles and a handful of penalties held the Demons back. The second half started with Warner Robins getting the ball. Cartersville holds them, takes the ball on their first possession, and in one play from their 17, Amari White takes it 83 yards for a touchdown. Gutierrez PAT makes it 14-7 Cartersville with 8:48 to go in the third. The Demons took it from their own 9 on the ensuing kickoff, drove it all the way to the Cartersville 3, but had to settle for a Daniel Barber 20-yard field goal. With 5:06 to go in the third quarter, it was 14-10 Purple Hurricane. Cartersville drove it down and wound up after a goal line stand by the Demons. Gutierrez had to kick a 24-yard field goal with 9:43 to go in the game. Cartersville had a 17-10 lead. Fred Peary made a long kickoff return for the Demons on the ensuing kickoff, brought it back all the way to the Cartersville 44, and from there, Christian Lane on the second play hit Davion Walker on a 40-yard touchdown pass. Barber's PAT tied the game at 14 with 9:19 to go in the game. Demon defense came up big in the next possession, forced a 3-and-out from Cartersville. Warner Robins after a Fred Peary 12-yard punt return. Demons had great field position again at the Cartersville 43. Demons go to their Wildcat formation, and Fred Peary basically ran it in from probably the 25 out. They had to convert a 4th and 1 in the middle of that drive. With 6:44 in the game, Fred Peary took it in from 1 yard out. Daniel Barber added the PAT, made it 24-17, but Cartersville was not done. Cartersville took over possession at the 26. They drove it down all the way to the 1, had it 1st and goal at the 1, going in, trying to tie the game up. Demons hold them 3 plays in a row. On a 4th down, Warner Robins gets a pass interference call in the end zone after they had stopped Cartersville. Cartersville had a 5th play from the 1, could not get it in. Demons stuffed them in a run play, and Warner Robins comes away with a 24-17 win here in Cartersville. Some key stats. Offensively, Warner Robins ran the ball 38 times for 301 yards. A lot of that was Fred Peary, 21 carries for 240 yards and a touchdown. Leading receiver for the Demons was Vanderbilt commit Davion Walker, who had 8 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown. Warner Robins will advance to play Jones County in Gray next Friday night. This is Tom Miley reporting for Bill Beatty from Cartersville, Georgia. Warner Robins 24, Cartersville 17.
All right, back on your Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. Our friends from Sports Mike giving you the rundown right there. I'll tell you what, guys, that was the haymaker tonight. Everybody was looking at in the high classifications. It was Cartersville and Warner Robins.
Absolutely, and if you're a if you're a Houston County resident, you got to feel good about it right now. You feel real good about it. There'll be some football here left in round 3 for y'all, for you all, coming up next week. So big weekend of football heading into Thanksgiving, and that's kind of one thing on your schedule if you're thinking about it. And when you want to be playing on Thanksgiving. If you're playing on Thanksgiving, that's when you really start weeding some people out.
That's right. That was always the goal right there. It's like, can you play? Can you practice
on Thanksgiving? Yep, that is always a big deal, and when you're able to accomplish that, it really is impressive. So all these teams this week notching their ticket to the next round. So
that's right.
A few more scores here, running down some. Irwin County 51-27 over Lincoln County. Jones County defeats Eastside 66-42. Westlake defeats Kennesaw Mountain 45-10. Lee County in a tight one defeats Cambridge 42-39. Carver, Atlanta, 53-12 over Liberty County. Going back to that Lee County score, what's interesting is all these teams that we've seen all year round that have been really tight are finding their way to get teams we highlighted and talked about all year that we kind of had our eyes on. They have notched their way on into the third round. So it's cool to see that kind of how it all plays out. Lowndes squeaks by Norcross 35-34, and we were discussing how we'd like to see how that one ended.
Yeah.
And I do want to touch, too, that, you know, all these guys, there's only 8 teams left in each classification after this week, guys.
That's it.
I mean, you're talking about, that's why we call it the Elite Eight. So with that, we're going to head into our next break and be listening in. John Nelson coming up on the back half of this break. Affiliates, we're going to take the break here, headed to you. Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Charles and Mary Bass, and now owned by their son Chuck and his daughter Whitney. Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab is a third-generation business proudly serving the Dublin-Lawrence community and surrounding areas since 1965. Offering physical, occupational, and speech therapy, Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab can get you back into your game, whether it's school, work, or play. Our family serving your family since 1965. When the doctor recommends therapy, just remember to choose Bass. Come down to Bubba's Tire Center where we have your best selection of tires for your summer activities and back-to-school traveling. Come down and see our newly renovated showroom, our expanded parking area, and the quality and customer service that you've grown to love and know. Summer savings are still in effect. And don't forget your Goodyear card if you need a little more time to pay on those tires. Come on down and see the friendly folks at Bubba's Tire Center with a fresh new look and additional parking. Bubba's Tire Center, 1318 Bellevue Avenue, where we do tires and a whole lot more.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sport. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
All right, back on your Rob Ben and Joe High School Scoreboard Show. It's that time of the show, by the way. For those of you that listen in, you know that right now we'd typically be introducing John Nelson. But John is in the thralls of bracketology with GPB, which is his main gig, you know. So we have Rob and Ben East tonight going to do some bracketology over there. Let's start with you, Ben. What you got?
In the Class A private bracket here, Fellowship Christian will face off against Calvary Day. The winner of those two games will face the winner of Prince Avenue Christian and First Presbyterian Day. And so that's on the right side of the bracket there if you're looking at it. And then on the left side of the bracket, Holy Innocents will face Eagles Landing Christian. And the winner of that game will play Darlington or Trinity Christian there to take us to the Final Four.
Yeah, and in the Class A public, moving on to that, you heard from Coach Rob Stowe earlier, their big win tonight. Wilcox County will be playing Manchester in their bracket. They're in the bottom. Irwin County won big tonight. They'll be playing Macon County on the left side of your bracket. So the winners out of that one will be playing one of the two of those winners, Turner County winner. And I believe we got another coach on the phone here.
Yeah, we got Coach Scott Roberts on the phone with us here. Coach, so sorry that we're having some trouble there getting you on the phone, but glad to hear from you tonight after the win.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you calling.
Yes, sir, Coach. Well, a big win for the Swainsboro Tigers tonight. Tell us a little bit about the game.
Man, they're all big this time of year to be able to get a win in the second round like that. Our kids just keep showing up. And Columbia was, I know the score looks lopsided, but they gave us a fit. And, our kids just keep showing up and playing hard, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
Absolutely, Coach. Did you have a couple guys stick out tonight that really kind of helped you move the needle?
Ty Adams again played really well. Jakari Nobles came in. Both those guys are playing defense for us too. But Ty's kind of our spark plug on offense. Jakari had a lot of good runs for us on offense. And I just thought again our offensive line's just playing really well, and our defensive front's playing really well too. I mean, they had some kids that can really go, and their number 5, he got away from us several times on big runs, and but our kids just kept playing the next snap. Just couldn't, like I said, they just keep showing up.
Well, that's what it's all about, Coach, and y'all have had a really tremendous year as a football program and notching your ticket into the third round. You're going to face Northeast, very athletic football team there. What's your kind of outlook on that opponent there?
I haven't seen them on film yet, but I have several friends that have played them, and all I've heard is that they're the Bibb County All-Stars is what I've heard. I know they've got speed, and we played them several years ago when Coach Wiggins, we played them in the first round of playoffs when Coach Wiggins first got there, and you could just tell that he had them on the way up then, and those kids played extremely hard that night. But they're going to be more than a handful for us, and our kids, we just hope they show up one more time.
Yeah, Coach, absolutely. Well, man, as always, we appreciate you. You give us a chance to talk to you, and good luck next week against Northeast, man.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Big win there for Coach Scott Roberts, and we can add that to our brackets over there, guys.
Yes, Waynesboro Tigers rolling, and we'll finish up the one Class A public here real quick. On the other side of that, Turner County won again after beating Dublin last week. They won again over Bowden this week, and they will play Metter on the top right of your brackets. Brooks County and Coach Freeman will be playing Warren County down there in the bottom right. So a lot of good football going on in the Class A public, and Ben's got the AA bracket, I believe, pulled up here.
As we just spoke to Coach Robert, Swainsboro will face off against Northeast Macon in the top left corner of the bracket. That will be a wonderful football game there. And the top right-hand corner, South Atlanta will play Callaway. Callaway coming off the win over Blakely County. Rabun County will face Thomasville in a big battle. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and look, but I think Rabun County lost to Thomasville last year in the playoffs, maybe?
That could be correct.
Or they've played or something. And anyways, that'll be a great game regardless there between Rabun County and Thomasville. And Fitzgerald will play Putnam County. Rob, this looks a lot like it did when we were in high school. These schools were always good in Double-A whenever we were playing Fitzgerald, Putnam County, Swainsboro, Northeast.
Dublin. We played at Dublin, and these Double-A schools that are still in Double-A, Dublin has since moved down, but these were in our wheelhouse.
Had to work through all of them, but Fitzgerald's just a storied football program down there in Double-A.
Yeah, moving on to the 3A, a lot of good bangers here in this one. Crisp County won again tonight over Oconee County. They're going to be playing Cedar Grove, and in that one, Cedar Grove, there's some coaching stuff here. One of the coaches from Cedar Grove came to Crisp County as the head coach, so a little bit of
he was
connection
the head coach.
there. He was the head coach of Cedar Grove, so little connection there for Crisp County that is kind of odd how things work out. Who gets matched with who? So that's the top left of the AAA. In that one, Appling County will be playing Thompson. In the bottom left hand of that one, Peach County and Pierce County will be throwing some haymakers in the bottom right, and Burke County will be playing Carver Atlanta in the top right of the AAA bracket in that one. So Ben, do we have anything on the 4A yet, or is there some stuff? I do know on the bottom there, Perry beat Flowery Branch, so I'm not sure what happened with the Cedartown and Cairo game. Sure, we could probably go back and look, but
I know Marist defeated LaGrange, so Marist is going to play Benedictine in the top right hand corner of that. North Oconee defeated Spalding tonight, and I think Bainbridge also beat Northwest Whitfield, so I think North Oconee will play Bainbridge there. In the bottom right-hand corner of that one. And then in the top left corner there, you've got let's see, I think Carver Columbus won that over Hateville, I believe.
Yeah, Carver Columbus was the winners in that one, and Doherty. Doherty win that one. So
they'll face Carver Columbus there in the top left-hand corner, and then for Cairo and Cedartown.
Yeah, Cairo lost big. Cedartown won 48-14.
Yep. So Cedartown will play Perry in that bottom left-hand corner there.
That's going to be a ball game.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, and then this one, moving on to the Class 5A, and this one, Creekside won tonight over St. Pius. And in that bracket, they'll be playing Whitewater in the top left hand of this one. And on the bottom left hand of the 5A column, Warner Robins were the winners tonight in a close game, 24-17 over Cartersville. You heard the update from Sports Mike earlier from those guys, and they'll be facing Jones County, who hung 60. So not too far apart, Jones County and Warner Robins will be playing in the third round.
Interesting note there is Jones County's old head coach was the one that had the Fromm brothers, and now he's at Jones County, so he'll be facing his old program there in Warner Robins. So that'll be an exciting matchup here, right here in Middle Georgia in your back door. That's probably a good one to catch if you're nearby to catch one of those.
Yeah, so if you're feeling like going to enjoy some Thanksgiving ball, that'd be a good one to go tackle. And the bottom right-hand corner, Clark Central, the winners over Stars Mill tonight. So those guys will be playing Calhoun. Calhoun went on the road, beat Ware County in a huge win. Long road trip for those guys. So Clark Central and Calhoun will be playing next week in that one. Villa Rica in the top right corner played Harris County tonight. Villa Rica were the winners in that one, and they will be facing off against Blessed Trinity. So BT, as they're known for this late in the season, Blessed Trinity will be facing off against Villa Rica in that one. We're going to move on to the 6A column here in the top left. We talked to Coach Casey Vaught earlier from Decula, and Decula were the winners in their game tonight. So Decula will be playing Johns Creek next week in their game there. And we heard from Coach Chad Allagood to your bottom left-hand corner of the Class 6A bracket. If you're following along with us and you already got your brackets kind of jotted out, almost like a March Madness deal. You're trying to figure out where your team's going to play. We heard from Coach Chad Alligood earlier, Northside Warner Robins, were the winners in that one, and they'll be playing Hughes next week in that one in the bottom left. And Buford in the bottom right-hand corner wins over Lovejoy tonight, and they'll be playing Lee County. So Buford and Lee County will be going at it in a huge game between two really, really good programs that we know here in late in the season that you look for the Lee Counties and the Bufords to play in that one. In the top right-hand corner of this bracket, Carrollton won tonight over Alcovey, and they will be playing Westlake in the top right of that one. So look forward to seeing how that one goes out. Marietta and Milton were playing tonight, and Milton were the winners in the top left-hand corner of that one, and Mill Creek beat McEachern. So we will have Milton and Mill Creek playing in the 7A on the top left-hand corner of that one. In the bottom left-hand of your bracket in the 7A, we're going to have Walton, and they're going to be squaring off against, I believe, Brookwood. Yep, it's going to be Brookwood. So Walton and Brookwood will be squaring off in the bottom left hand of that one. You move on to the right side. Lowndes squeaked one out tonight over Norcross, and they were the winners in that one. So they'll be taking on Collins Hill in the bottom right hand of your 7A bracket. Moving on to the top right, Roswell were the winners tonight over North Cobb in a close one, and they will be taking on Grayson in that one. So, guys, if you had your brackets out or you're listening along, that should fill out all the brackets to set you up for the Elite Eight. Moving on into next week for everybody who's playing who. So if you want to start kind of making your predictions, you can start now. Well, guys, it's going to take us to our 45 break here. So affiliates, we're going to take our 2 minutes. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show on 102.1 The Game.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.
Hi, I'm Jeff Camden, President of Citizens Bank of Lawrence County. I'm looking for a location for our second Dublin banking office. The historic Henry Building looked like the perfect spot because Dublin and Lawrence County is our focus, and making banking easier and more convenient for our customers is our goal. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
A local full-service community bank offering quality banking services. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, now open in downtown Dublin.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your auto insurance needs.
Call John Mark Butler at 478-275-1211 today for a free quote.
Middle Georgia's #1 choice for community and collegiate sports. The Rob, Ben, and Joe Show will be right back. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music. Now back to Rob, Ben, and Joe. Brought to you by Bubba's Tire and Network One Sports.
Back on the Rob, Ben, and Joe High School Scoreboard Show here, and on the phone with us, I love it, first-time caller into the show here on our final week of the season. It's round 2 of the state playoffs. We got Villa Rica on the phone. Coach, how you doing?
Coach, doing good. Had a big win tonight.
Yes, sir. Tell us about a Villa Rica on top.
Coach, we had Harris County at home tonight. Had a real good night offensively. Defensive guys really showed out. Harris County came in. They had a quarterback, was 2,500-yard passer, 800-yard rusher. But we had them at home, had great turnout, a lot of community support. Kids played great, and we're pretty excited for next week. We're going to get the Blessed Trinities at our place, and as long as we can keep playing in B-Town, baby, we'll keep playing in B-Town.
Absolutely, Coach. Anytime you get to play at home, man, that's where you would have the choice to play. And Coach, did you have anybody tonight? A couple of guys stick out to you that played really well.
Ty McKee, number 5. We call him the silent assassin. I've been calling him BTK all week. Not that kind of BTK. Not bind, torture, kill. He's Big Ty McKee. That's what I've been calling him all week. And Coach, he showed out. He's got some offers from some D1 schools, and he's gotten better and better and better. He went over 1,000 yards tonight for the season. Plays a great free safety for us. Our offensive line has just gotten better and better each week. And Coach, we lost our first 2 games of the year, but now we've won 9 in a row, and it's a pretty good night to be a Villa Rica Wildcat.
I would say so, Coach. 9 in a row sounds like y'all got it rolling, and having a big one in the 3rd round against Blessed Trinity, Coach. We sure appreciate it, man, and enjoy practicing on Thanksgiving, man. That's what you work for.
Yes, sir. We are gonna enjoy it, and thank y'all.
Absolutely, appreciate it, Coach.
All right, great to hear from Villa Rica there, and
pumped up, baby.
Yeah. I think we got our man John Nelson going to be on the phone here with us, too, in just a second.
Yes.
Oh,
Yay.
John.
It's the man, John Nelson.
He lives on, baby. He is here.
Well, when your production meetings don't take as long, your post-production meetings don't take as long, because, decision day, we went for an hour and 40 minutes, and then we had to have a production meeting after discussing about next week. And there aren't as many teams, and you're done at like 11:30, and it's not as long a meeting. Then you're done at 11:30, and it's not as long a meeting. And so that's why it's like each week the meetings are taking 10 minutes less off of our lives.
There you go.
That's right. So you're here, man. Well, John, tonight, man, you went through a lot of classifications. What's some of your thoughts over the 7 classifications on some of what you thought, or what's the brackets giving you, man?
The brackets are giving me the back and forth. I had to fill them out in pencil for most of the evening. But you had Roswell coming out at the end to get the Duke tonight against North Cobb. You had Lowndes at the end knocking off Norcross. You had Ware County losing at the end to Calhoun.
Surprising in that one after the way they
and the fact that they fumbled. They fumbled. I think it was like the 5-yard line or something as they were going, as Ware was brutal. Going in. They fumbled, and then you had a 5-play goal line stand by Warner Robins to hold off Cartersville. And that's just the beginning of it. You had Jones County put up 66 and break some speed limits tonight on some thoroughfares with what they did. Literally, you could have pulled the Greyhounds over on the Gray Highway for speeding for the number that they put up on the scoreboard.
No doubt.
And they get Warner Robins at home next week.
What a big matchup,
How much
man.
fun is that going to be?
30 miles apart, just about. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, and we had Mike Chastain on the postgame show, and they were cleaning up there at the stadium, and just the idea, and we all know the subplot, so I'm not going to get into that part. but just the fact that you have Warner Robins and Gray playing each other in a quarterfinal on Thanksgiving weekend to go to the semifinals in the class. I mean, that to me, and I saw the spring game for Jones County when they played Valdosta. And so I've seen that offense go from where it was to where it is, and when you have a freshman who's one of the leading sprinters in the state, as a part of your offense, as part of, it's like your track and field team and one of your freshman wide receivers. So, and you're looking at all of that. And so all of the rough games across the board. And, it was a fun night just because of a lot of the back and forth that we saw, and you really had to be paying attention tonight. Yes, you had some teams that, really distanced themselves offensively, but at the same time, you had some real nail biters out there tonight. Brunswick goes down in the second round of the playoffs. Their undefeated season is over. A lot of subplots that were fun tonight.
John, what did you feel about the, we had the Wilcox County game here on our Powers Media Network, and the overtime going for 2 victory for Coach Rob Stowe over Tryon tonight?
The Stowe show, well, first and foremost, with the running game that Tryon has, you know that's stout, and you're going to be tired just because of how they just want to tire you out. And you had both of those games in that quadrant. The Manchester MCA game goes to triple overtime before you get a winner at 19-13. And so it was a great season for Bradley Warren and MCA. But, I think that when you're in a situation like that, really, if you have confidence in your 2-point play call, then that's what you're going to do, because at the same time, if your defense is out there and they're gassed and it, then you just may as well go ahead and go for the jump, and it's like, all right, let's go ahead and put an end to this one way or the other. Gutsy idea, and then you see the end result.
Well, John, Rob asked the question to Coach Stowe. Rob, why don't you give me the answer there?
Yeah, I asked him, I was like, what was the thoughts? What were the conversations? And he said he went over the headset, and his offensive coordinator, They called timeout, and they felt good about it, and all the players were really involved in that decision and felt good about getting it, and they went ahead and pulled the trigger. And I told Coach, I was like, Coach Stowe, I respect that, because when you're in overtime, man, somebody's got to make the play. Go ahead and put yourself in the pressure cooker, and then you had the ball last, so you get to call game. If you make it, and if you lose, then hey, at least you had the chance to make the call on your own, and you didn't have to sit back and say, well, what's going to happen in the next overtime? Wilcox County didn't do that. They took control.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just the vibe that you get. If you're going through the grinder and you just want to put an end to it, then that's what you're going to do. And that's legitimately, that's the decision that coaches have to make. And we've seen it in college. We've seen it. Absolutely. We've seen it in college this year because of that warped idea for overtime that they have after the second OT, where you're just going for 2 and that's it. So you're going to have coaches, Lance Leipold at Kansas, who had the idea. It's like, I'm in overtime, I'm in a shootout, I'm just going to go for 2. And so you saw what Lance Leipold did with Kansas, getting the win the other week. So it's a decision that coaches make, but it's just something that you've got to go by feel. And Rob did it, and Rob had that vibe tonight, and the coaching staff was confident, and you saw what happened.
Yeah, and they got it done. And I think one of the ones for us on our show, Jeff Davis has been so consistent all year, but they kind of run into a buzzsaw with Gunnar Stockton and Rabun County. 56-7. That was a little surprising on the score end, I guess, on our end, looking at that score. But looks like Rabun County is loaded up and ready to fire.
And you look at AA, just AA in general for me. You've got Rabun County and Thomasville in that quadrant, and you had Callaway get the Duke tonight, knocking off Bleckley County. And we had it in our upset alert folder just because of seeding number, not because of the matchup. One being farther along than the other. But Bleckley County loses tonight to Callaway, so your defending champ moves on.
Yep.
Fitzgerald moves on tonight, beating Fannin County up in the mountains. I still maintain that AA is one of the most stacked across the board when it comes to folks that are trying to get to the last game of the year.
Yep. It's going to be a gauntlet. I love to see Northeast getting in there in the third round with all that speed and athleticism facing off with Swainsboro, man. We talked to Coach Scott Roberts earlier, and he goes, well, I hadn't seen him on film. I said speed, and a little bit more speed.
That is true.
Yes. They got plenty of that.
And you know, fella, baby, that's what this is going on this time of year when you got to look in the mirror and figure out, okay, who's the fastest and who can get their butt down and make sure that them blocks is going the way that you're going to have them go. Because you know, fella, baby, that's what it is when you got to make sure that this time of year, survive and advance. Like that boy Jimmy Valvano used to say, it's survive and advance, fella. You know, that's what it is. And when you're working that way through to make sure that you getting, if you practicing on Thanksgiving, that means that your breakfast is Thanksgiving turkey on that Thursday morning, Jack. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking, and not just that stuff that you get across the board. You're looking for that cranberry, that fresh cranberry sometimes. You know, actually, I like the one that's in the can, you know, because it's easy. You can get all of it out there. But you know that if you're having that Thanksgiving meal with your teammate and your brother, you know, baby, that you in the quarterfinal. That's what this all about this time of year.
Dusty Nelson, baby.
That's it. That's the best. Hey, John, our final show of the season couldn't end any better than with Dusty Rhodes, and we appreciate you, man, giving us a call each and every week.
Anytime, fella, baby, you know it's a fun thing to do when we're talking high school football across the lovely state of Georgia. Georgia Championship Wrestling and Georgia high school football is #1, baby, and there ain't no looking back.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks,
Be good, y'all.
See you, man.
All right, Robin Ben East, been a good one, fellas.
Signing off this year, boys. Really enjoyed it. Look forward to next year. Y'all tune in.
Yep. We'll be here all season long.
Absolutely. Thanks for everybody tuning in, and we'll see y'all on the flip side.
Appreciate you, coaches. Have a good night. Thanks, board ops and affiliate stations. It's your Rob Ben and Joe High School Scoreboard Show on Network 1 Sports. Good night.
It's all right.
You're listening to the Rob, Ben, and Joe Show. Download the show today on your Spotify playlist or Apple Music.